Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2 Hexagonal Mode and looking at a couple of things. I had a user, one of our subscribers, post and ask a question. JD Thompson was asking, hey Gramps, why this? So I was commenting last episode about how slowly these guys are rolling in this operator 5. Well, one of the reasons it's running so slowly is because we're getting a half shape out this way, and then we're creating we're using all these shapes just to create one layer of what I'm calling the toxic symbol, right? So that's just any symbol that's the same shape in 3, like this, a little triangle. And then we're using another belt of those to do a middle delivery, and another one to do a top delivery. And we're doing all this work. And his question was, hey, Gramps, why can't you just use swappers? Well, I am using swappers, right? It comes in, gets cut, and then it goes... there's a swapper here. No, that's not a swapper. That's a cutter. Never mind. I'm not using swappers. So I thought, hey, he's very right. So I came into the game and I did some messing around here. What I did is I've got it coming in and going into a cutter, and then I rotate one of the things and then they swap. And then both of them rotate and then they swap. And then that creates a complete, just this, makes a complete toxic shape over here. But then over here we have a half. So that half basically goes through the same thing again. It gets rotated and then cut, rotated, swapped, rotated, one gets rotated and then swap, and then that feeds in. Let me show you. Let me show you it in action. So you see, it swaps, it does the rotate. And look at that, we've got a toxic shape here. Then with our other half, well, now we've got another toxic shape. So, yeah, look at that. That's pretty slick. Now, the issue, of course, is that over here, it's only running at about half speed. So 90 per minute instead of 180 per minute. But you know what can fix that is we can take this, boom, and double her up. And then this one just creates nothing. So it doesn't need to go into trash. There's nothing on this side by the time it gets to the end. So yeah. So when we get that going, we are getting right here. Look at that. 180. Getting up to 180. So that is a full belt turning back into a full belt. Well, if you look at this design, you'll see it is, luckily, we're able to keep it all the way to the left of the center point. So what if we take that and double it up over here, and that gets 2 belts, right? If we did this, FRR, that's going to get 2 belts in the same orientation, which is great. So, and then we've got 2 belts left in the center here. And this is all single layer, so there's no problem with stacking it. So what if we took all this and put it on a double, and then stacked it? Well, that's when you get this. So this is our toxic machine here. toxic shape. So all you have to do is feed a full shape into this, and it's gonna crank these out. They are all the same orientation, and after a minute here, they're gonna be all going at the same full belt pace. That is 12 belts. So, if you wanted to, you could color this ahead of time. Now, wait a second. Let me look at blueprints. Did we ever create a toxic? Yes, we created a toxic symbol. And that is this. That is toxic to my soul. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to save it, but I'm going to save as. And scroll all the way down here. I'm just going to save over that nightmare. Okay, done. So that is done. Now, let's get rid of this. Let's go over here. So we have our shapes coming in here, and they are colored. They're, the teal is being made on site here. And we can get rid of all of this. Well, we can get rid of a lot of it. Goodness. So what we need is get rid of that. We need to double this up. And we will be all set. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a depot up here. Down. Let's see, we got blue from there, green from there. Yeah, let's create a depot up here. One, two, three, 4. And then I'm going to delete this. Delete all this extra stuff for now. And then, we're going to do this. So this will be, start to create teal. And I also created a depot for liquid. And what that is this. That doesn't work there because of the spacing. That's okay. So food loader, 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 loader. And I'm going to bring it around this way. Oh, I think that's wrong. And then I'm going to get a fluid unloader. And unload there. And there. And then this is going to come and join in there. And we're using these shapes just because it's a full you know, it's a full flower shape, even though it's painted differently. That's okay. So we have these guys coming in, and we want the top one, which is up here, to be that way with the with one flower petal directly west. So let's go to our blueprint and grab our toxic symbol. And yeah, so this one's correct for the top. That means this one will do for the bottom. So we just need to rotate. Doesn't matter clockwise or counterclockwise. Alright, so this is good. Now we need a train here, delivering these in. And that. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Excellent. It's going to fill up this one first, which will get it working. So we replaced all that stuff with this, which is great. And it will come in, and it is going to get stacked on top of this. So that means we can expand this. I just left this here because it's going to keep filling in this while this one gets filled. Right, okay. So those are coming, and then this should show with one of the leaves, one of the petals, yeah, going directly east. Perfect. It's already cranking. There we go. All right. Yay. So thank you, JD, for pointing that out to me and getting it going. If you want to leave a comment, I'm paying attention. I am able to learn. So please toss me a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. And we are going to keep chugging along towards our next goal, which is finalizing this man. Let's head back on over here. So we have all this. Now, when we last spoke, I was saying we need to make a flusher system here. And that is a true statement still today. So I'm going to grab this and cut it. And the question is how far? You know what? I'm going to uncut it. All right. So what I want to do is get a is right here. It'll be at the end of these two guys. Is create, you know, what I need. And what that's going to be is I'm going to have a receiver. Oops, here. Get close to the center. And it is going to say, hey, are you the correct shape for what we need? And actually, it needs to be magenta. Yes, magenta. Whoop, womp. Magenta. Okay. And it is going to be comparing 2 and 3. So it is going to take the top one is going to be saying, hey, are you the correct shape for 2? If no, go into the trash. If yes, continue. And I think we are going to use this basic shape here. And then but then that should be all the trash. So maybe not that. Maybe we actually want to have that, have this down here, and then we'll have a shared trash. Yeah, like this. Okay, we do not need to jump these. And then what I need to do, so we'll have one signal coming off this way and one going off that way. That way we can get them all figured out. So this will jump there and jump here. And then can come in here. Like so. Let's go straight, yes. So do I need, oh, did I? Yeah, I messed it up because I need to hit this guy too. There. So, there. Okay. Then I just have to figure out how to make a trash can that works for all these guys. And we can do this for the bottom layer. And for the top layer, or the next layer. The doggies are very barky today, as you can hear. And then we'll do another bin over here. Oops. Nope. This may not work. It won't. Let's get rid of those. This one. Wait. I got it. So that gets us an extra space there. And there. You know what? Gonna change it again. And let's make this even. And this guy. So it gets it in on 3. Well. All right. Excellent. That is actually not unattractive. Okay. So for this one, we want to find position 2, right? Which is going to be this. So that one is easy to spot on here. We need to do a rotate. Here, I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, we're gonna need to do all the rotates to get to there. Then we need to do a shape analyzer. But this has to be a shape and color analyzer. So we need to paint it. Nope, not like that. Okay. So then we can take this and go up to here. Put that there just so we see what we are getting. Okay, this is, luckily, this was the toughest one. This is the most number of rotations that we need. And that is not connected. Neither is that. Oh no, it is. Ah. Here we go. All right. So if you are this shape coming through, then good on you. Keep on moving. Otherwise, go into the trash. So now we need to do the same thing, but for position 3, which in this case is a nothing. All right. So I'm gonna let's get rid of that and that. And do that. That's right, we have an extra space here. So, on this one, we can do one less rotation. Now we can double check this by coming over here. Up here, putting something into position 3, which would be right underneath this flower. So let's do a signal producer. And put in flower, is it G and hex, and then flower G hex. So go RGB, white, yellow, cyan. Okay, so that should be showing a blue hex piece right now. Yay. And do these, have we rotated things into the correct position here? No, everything is still upper right. It gets rotated down here. Okay, that's perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna move this. I'm going to cut you, and yeah, just move you right here. Put that back in. So this one is going to go here. Then we're going to need another one here and another one here. So now we need this to be position 4 and 5. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should have white flower and yellow wedge, yellow G. So what if we get rid of 2 of these? Actually, here, I'm gonna get rid of those 2. There's a white flower. Then here, 1, 2, 3. And you got a yellow wedge. There, yellow wedge. Oh, that's right, because this is already missing one. Excellent. And then the next are going to be 6 and 1. So cyan, hex, and red flower. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we may have to get rid of all of them. No, that's right. Because this is 6. And this is 1. And cyan. No, we need red flower. Okay. Ah, there's still one left. Got it. Okay. Wow, I think that actually works. So let's open up the trains again. And get them going. Ah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Boy, are they dizzy right now. I want to do the same thing here that I did up there. Okay. So that is delivered. And we're going to do, the first one is going to be this design that I've just created. Now the question is, do we need trash cans deeper in the system, like here and here? The same setup. So that's what we're going to find out. And what I want to do is send in... Actually, we may find this out now. Because we've got these guys blocking up the system right now. Because it is past that along. Yeah, so I think we're gonna need, because our new shapes are not gonna get in past this. Well, they will, but these are it's gonna create some bunch of garbage here first. You know what? It's gonna create garbage, and that garbage is gonna go into this trash. Because it's not this shape. So if it's not this shape, it's gonna come this way. Let's just see what it does. Do we have a shape delivery? Yes, we do. Whew. Alright. That's close. Okay, so we have a color train. Let's actually get the color train restocked up. And then I'll cut it off from delivering. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we're going to be creating this pretty shape, and all of these are going to go through. Now again, they're going to go through and they're going to match up with these and make bad shapes. That's okay. And yep, blue's getting painted blue. Green is going to come in here and get sent off to the painters. Excellent. All right, so I wanted to create this shape. And then once the whole system will be full of this shape, then we're going to switch it back to the real shape that we're working on and see if it transfers over. So let's skip ahead. Okay, so we have an issue here. This is actually going into the trash. But I think we just need a rotate to pass things along, maybe? But then we need to change this wiring here. Oh no. No, we need a bunch of rotates. Alright. So how many rotates do we need? Let's find out, shall we? If we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we need 5 for this one. Alright, so we need 5 rotates. And we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's going to pass them along. That is not. I delete it. Okay. So same thing. Up above. These guys are all going into the tersh. We don't want that. Not at all. I did too much, I think. Okay. Yep. And gonna be the same here. Right? Where are you? Oh my god, we're out of shapes. Should be hexes, but we're out of... Are we out of them? Wait, what is going on here? Here are the hexes. Why? Oh, because you want spikies. We're just out of it. We'll get a delivery of that. Alright, now I'm going to skip forward again. So we can see here, now we're at this is the last stacker. And shapes are being created, and they are full shapes, but they are obviously wrong shapes. And that is because of all the junk that is still in the system. That said, they're going to come down here and get sent into the trash. They're not going to pass through until they are actually this shape here, or this exact, shape and color. So, oh, I think these are real. These ones look like they might be good. Yeah, there's some good ones coming through here. Yep, you can see some are making the jump, and as they're making the jump, they're gonna get stacked in here. But of course, we have old ones in here, so these are gonna. Yep, you can see they're coming in. It's starting to lower this layer here. They're coming in the middle. And they're going to start filling it up. Yay. Alright. So that's working. And as we wait, now you can see full belts of the correct shape. Almost. Still have a bad one there. A couple of bad ones. Any of the ones that you see with gray are bad. Now we can definitely mitigate that by putting in right, at the end of here and here. We could put in another check to see, hey, are you the right shape based on what we're currently producing, not what we were producing before. And if so, if no, then you're going in the trash. And so that keeps them from going into the stacker and clogging up. Another thing we can do is build the stacker in a way so it loads evenly, like all of these quadrants. Here's, I think this is the lower quadrant here. This is probably the middle one. This is the middle one, and this is the high one. So make sure that these all load evenly, and that way when we cut off the supply, they drain out whatever they've got left, and they'll be left with, maybe just 3 or 4 shapes in each. And that comes down to all of this belting. And I've talked about this before, is, if we want to get super efficient, we need to make sure this is all tied in. I'm not going to start worrying about that stuff until Dimension comes out, because one of the ways you can speed things up, so for instance, these top ones here have a longer road to go, but you can speed them up by jumps. The jumps actually speed them up. So, but once you start doing that, then you can run into space issues very easily. And we are going to have the ability to change the jump spacing in Dimension. It's still not at full power. But it will get there. So you can see, yeah, it takes a long time for this to get to full speed. And this one has already delivered one at least. I think we can see here. Yep. 64,000 of them have been delivered of this made-up shape that we don't need. But I want to get pretty full belts going in before we swap it back. What is going on? Second layer is pretty full, but not completely full. Top layer is completely full. Second layer, this guy and this guy. That's when I want to look at it too and see, is there a reason? Is there a belt missing? Let's come from this one. That is, this belt here is off. So it's the middle belt. Which is this guy. You can see this is not a full load coming in either. Yeah, see, these should all be full. See, now this one is full. But these ones are not. So why are these ones not? Anyway, it will eventually be all full belts. All full belts. It just takes time. And with the ones that require less deliveries, then it's a lot more noticeable. Okay, so I've left the trains running. Why not? You know, we get full shapes. And I did bypass them. So the color train only comes in and fills in this one thing, and then it bypasses all of the other stops. So it's quicker. The shape train gets its full load, and then it bypasses all the other stops. So these ones will keep getting full load packed up. Okay, so let's do one more thing before we call this, and let's do a shape swap. So we're going to get rid of that. Boom. Receiver. And this is the actual shape that we are looking to do. This guy right here. So this is coming in automatically. So now when we go to our little trash cans, those should be working overtime. Yep. Oh, but this one is not. And that's because this position 3 is null. So it's gonna keep sending stuff through. So that tells me I think we need another one of these to say, hey, if this position spot is null, then throw all this stuff in the trash. Because this is going to clog up the works. Okay. So we'll work on that next episode. And I think I do want to go ahead and put a trash can in here too. And then I think that means we may need to do another null trash can here. So we will build that out next episode. Thank you so much for watching. This is Gramps, signing off.